I was saying more about attention TV so na and there's something more edit and share there na come of church and I'm the best so YouTube Facebook and yes also Twitter as attention TVGH. I was here say Oklahoma attention TVGH you can subscribe mama follow na like na so e share ma obi so ensa enkeni and then they ever come professor if you say na ne omenya no amere no ebe twen komo e Canadian na chese twi mu afu no osuasua kakaba e be can be was true conversation no ye be ke bi ene ye hwe ne NGO work ana ye hwe so obetena Ghana memu ha say achikaba pa ye na so ye na ye wo Ghana ha no say na ye free Ghana ha no e ya na ye so ye press ye be ko outside na so ono abetena Ghana memu ha say achikaba pa ya basan so enya awards e dia fa enuma bi a oye wo Ghana memu ha say emu komo ana ye be twetwe san so be ko deep into her na ye bisa ne say e dey important pa ana dey ne ba Ghana wetina metena Ghana ha no say acha say ye hwe ne color na ye hwe ne brofo krana enya Ghana ha anu finance for graba akopɔ free aha no say medi ene akosia spakos am fasida enkoma University Foundation say wasene na medi jumedi ebeso mjojo say akola ya order for ebusia me catch us say the nations are never too late NT Fair University I was 0548302985 no no and to trade enkomo attention TV so ene medi ndim ene akosia spakos am twa me ba ye be dey enkomo twetwe no ebesis Abusia e try ho na yaba emene me Canadian oba ana yatna say be twetwe enkomo ene abepie na son ya e wodan so man net flat ene ne betwe enkomo e dia fa NGO oba Ghana ha mo say e be ya ye hwe mi dem ha say so I come akoye say award ene citations e twa mo e hia bam e dey important ana de ne ba Ghana me ha say Ghana for ye ti Ghana ha mo say ye ti Ghana e ye de e dey ne ma ne pe Ghana besin that's so etigana amemu no so ohun say yenko na yene no enko twetwe Asanekia, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How you doing?
I'm blessed, thank you. Yourself?
I am also good. It's same.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Miss so, yeah. I was just saying I share conversation no asenedi ene na ekia makafui. Someone will say like that. Canadian called Nanekia Makafui. What happened?
Oh, I'll take it even a step further. Not just a Canadian, but Obroni, called Nana Akuya Makafui.
Okay.
So how I became Nana Akuya Makafui is that I was installed in the Volta region for doing my NGO work, for doing a school, a medical clinic, a library, etc.
Okay, so when they gave you the name, you were like, okay, then I want it.
They gave it to me and I was like, what are my responsibilities?
Okay.
Are there responsibilities with it? Is it just an honorary name or is it an actual title with duties to it?
Okay.
So they explained to me, Unkosuhima is developmental queen mother. And they asked me would I be able to develop the area. And I said, well, yes, that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. I was saying, I yet was so eda. I will see you. You can say NGO. I will Ghana memo haseya or running and no one to kind echecho mutem. And now my NGO with Juma way and the democopy Volta Regina. What didn't Nakia Makafui a day a man. Yasha the NGO no or ministry DICKSON. I wanted to just give us a brief about that.
So it's called Dove of Hope Ministries. So
Dove of Hope Ministries.
Yes.
Oh, someone was said ministry there is church.
Ministry, there's so many different venues, so many multifaceted ministries that are out there. So it's not just church.
Okay. So yours is about what?
Mine is about a lot of different things. It's about the community. So it's about orphans, widows, the less fortunate, empowering the people.
Okay. Let's start with the conversation. What brought you to Ghana?
Wow. What brought me to Ghana is that ever since I was a little girl, approximately about 3-4 years of age, I had a fascination with Africa. And I don't know where it came from. I have no clue. And then I was always wanting to go to Africa. And then when in Canada, I actually went to a Ghanaian church.
Okay.
So that's kind of what started me about Ghana. And at that point, I realized what I was to be doing missionary work, to be doing NGO work. It was just how to do it, going back and forth and doing the NGO work when raising a family in Canada and coming to Ghana and falling in love with Ghana and going back and forth. It was difficult at that point.
And what went your family disappointed at the time that a Canadian in love with Africa and wants to, like, everything that she does, it should be with Africa. Everything that she wants to see, it should be within Africa. Everything she eats is an African food. Weren't there like a little bit of disappointment because maybe what they expected from you, you weren't giving it to them?
Well, I haven't lived with my biological parents since I was about 13 years of age.
Okay.
So I was in foster homes, group homes, orphanages in Canada. So that's also what puts my desire for orphans, street kids, because I was a street kid in Canada.
Okay.
So I've lived a very rough, hard life in Canada, even though a lot of Ghanaians here in Ghana believe that if you go abroad, everything is
smooth.
Yes, it's smooth, but it's not. Everywhere in the world has its struggles, just the same as here in Ghana has its struggles, Canada has its struggles as well. So I was assumed adopted as an adult by Ghanaians.
Okay.
So, and my parents are both Osofos. So coming into the church, it was something that I'd already done previous to that, looking for God and looking for a better life. Then being a street kid and being in gangs and being addicted to drugs, alcohol and stuff like that. I wanted something better for life. I knew there was something better. So that's what I started, looking for God, and I found God, but also too, I found a family too.
Okay.
So that was
there's a saying that some kids are born with a silver spoon in their mouth, but yours wasn't like that then.
Definitely not.
I think that's how you understand Ghanaians. Because we are always complaining that Ghana is very hard, and our recent the president ADDO DANQUAH is making things tougher and tougher for us. Day in, day out, there's an increase in the commodity. Day in, day out, there's an increase in fares and a lot. How do you see our economy right there in Ghana?
People are very much struggling, and I see that on a daily basis. With running the program for the street children here in the community. Every day we have children coming here that haven't eaten anything at all, maybe for a couple of days.
Okay.
And so, I see that it is very hard. Some of their parents come by and asking for a little bit of help as well. Some clothing, we give out some clothing that have been donated from Canada. Toys, books, different things. We have put in requests from them in Canada for certain things that different families have requested here that they're in need of, and different things that I see that the children, the community is in need of. There's nothing for the children here. So I see that they're wandering the streets, and to help them, it's better to get more equipments, more things for them to do to keep them active. I'm actually looking at trying to talk to the assemblyman in this area, and in regards to doing a community center for the children. And running the programs, because as you can see, my office is very small, and once you have about 15 to 20 children here, it's cram-packed. So, fingerprints all over the walls, which is fine by me. It adds character to what we do here and that, but we need bigger space for the children. We need, a community center for them where they can come, they can eat.
Day in, day out.
Day in and day out activities, and have a scheduled routine so that children know on this day we can come and play video games.
Okay.
On this day, they're going to have an activity running. We do birthdays for the children, because I know that's something that doesn't get celebrated often in Ghana, and not every child knows when their date of birth is. So the children that we have coming here that we don't know their date of birth, we make up a date of birth for them, so that we can celebrate them as well. We don't want anybody to be left out. So, we have birthday parties for them where we have food, cake, we play video games, we have music. We allow them just to be kids and have a birthday, which is something that's special to me and to my husband as well. Our birthdays are close together, 3 days apart.
Okay.
So at the end of this month, So we've been celebrating the children's birthdays, so the children are excited to see what's going to happen for our birthdays. So, you know, I don't know what we're going to do, but they're all excited about that. So we hype them up that each child that comes here is important and special, and there's a purpose for their life.
Okay. Apart from you being in love with Africa and you, let's say, coming to Ghana, someone could have said like you've been an hustler in Canada before. So why is it that you had this great dream, great idea, you couldn't do it straight there? You had to come down to Africa to make all this dream come true.
First of all, I have to be obedient to God. When God tells me to move, I have to do something. My question at